Okay, so if you're considering doing a concrete driveway with individual slabs, here's a few things you want to consider. So on this job site in particular, it was on a slope, and so one of the concerns that we had were, are these concrete slabs going to slide down the hill eventually, especially because we're on very sandy soil. So in order to mitigate that, we went ahead and connected each of these concrete slabs together underneath, so you can't even see it at all. But basically that kind of holds them in place as it goes up the slope. So that's kind of like the longevity of this, because the last thing we want to hear is like 7 years from now, like they've kind of like slipped down the hill. We ended up using a top cast finish, and the top cast basically is like a retardant that you put on top of the concrete, and it slows down the curing just on that top layer. And so the next day you come back and you wash it off, and what that does is it gives you a nice kind of aggregate finish. It feels like there's sand on top, which is great if you're walking on concrete on a slope. So if it's ever wet, you're not going to slip as you're walking down here. Because it's a driveway, we poured it 6 inches. We poured it 6 inches thick instead of 4. 4 is like your standard sidewalk depth. So it's a little bit thicker to hold that traffic. Of course, we reinforced it with rebar. And then aesthetically, we went ahead and used a white gravel to fill it in. So we have, we ended up using like a 3/4 inch gravel, which is great because this is somewhat affordable. Because it's angular and 3/4 inch, it actually compacts really well. So if you ever walk on it, because our gaps are 6 inches thick, definitely a foot's gonna hit these. They compact really well and create like a nice solid footing. Isn't it beautiful? See, this is the concrete with the top cast, and this is the concrete, same exact color, but it has a smooth finish and quite a bit difference in the color. And then of course this is our gravel that we ended up using, the 3/4 inch. But you can see we ended up putting base in the bottom, like super cheap gravel, because nobody needs to see that. And then we finished it off with this. This was our other option we decided not to use because it's a little bigger, it doesn't compact as well. You can see walking on that would feel a lot different than walking on this. Like this compacts really well. This is kind of like, ah! And then these are some other samples we had, which we ended up not using.